Good morning, everyone. This is module 9 demo, and the key features that we're going to demo today. I'm going to concentrate on the backend only, and the key features demonstrated is going to be user authentication, registration, and login with the JWT tokens, post management, create and retrieve post, comment system, add comments to post, engagement, like functionality, data relationship, user post comment associations, and then the token based security authentication. Let's get started. So the user management application. Let's start with the first, when a user logs in, and I'm not going to be doing the front end presentation. This is all the backend presentation, but we will mimic the front end presentation. Basically, what we're going to do with the backend, we're going to pretend that we are registering a user, posting comments, so on and so forth. But we're not going to use the front end. We're just going to use everything for the backend. So basically, the step when a user logs in, step one is a session document is created and saved to the session collection in the module9 database, and the session generate a unique session ID, and this is saved to the database. And then the step two is where the JWT token is generated but not saved to the database. So it's a constant. The token is it's a generate token ID based on the user ID, and a step generating the ID. So the token contains the user ID and the user's MongoDB ID as well, the session ID, and the session expires every, I believe it's 24 hours. So this is the basic authorization registration page or code. Again, we have 4 schemas: comments, posts, session, and users. And this is the user registration. So let's start with the registering a user in our database. Let's go to our command line, and let's clear this. Let's start with a clear screen so it will be easier to follow along. The first things we're going to do is, let's make sure that, let's just call it test the health API. That is, make sure that it's up and running and things are good to go. Okay, so yep, so our code blocks API is running. So now we can proceed with the login page. Let's make sure that our login page is also up and running, so we can do that test as well. So this is basically all things that you would do on the front end, but we're doing it in the back end, right? So everything is up and running, so we're good to go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to we're actually going to do it. We're going to register a new user, and this is to create a new user account, and we're going to do it using command line. Again, we're not using the front end for this particular case. So we're going to register this new user, and okay, an error. That's good. So names may only contain letters, spaces, hyphens, or apostrophe. That's a good. This was a test that we were going to do later, but this is perfect. So let's correct that. And again, this is live. I'm not editing anything, so we're going to correct that right now. And let's change that immediately, and let's just call it test, and this one is going to be tester, the last name, and the email, let's leave it as tester. Okay, so that should do it. Now we should be able to register this test user. Okay, perfect. So we just demo two things in one go, right? Number one, that we are only allowing letters, no hyphens in the first name and the last name, and two, that we were able to register a new user using using our login page. So the next step in the process is to get the token, right? So like I said before, the token is safe. All right, so let's get the token for this user, because we're gonna need that token for the rest of the testing. Okay, so let's run it. Once we get the token, we're gonna copy this token, and we're gonna use this token for the rest of the testing exercises. All right, let's do that now. Let's start. Sorry, I'm copying the test now. All right, perfect. And now we are going to create that post. All right, let's go back to our screen and let's create our first post. And let's add JQ here, so it will be pretty print. So this is our first post, and we needed that token in order to create the post. Hopefully this will go well. And there we go. We created a new post called "Hello" from CodeBlock. This is my first post demonstrating the murmur stack. Excited. Perfect. So we can post, we can log in. We tested that functionality. Now we're going to let's go back to the code. Let's do this in an interactive manner. Let's go back to the code, and we're gonna test now the create post, and basically this file right here. This is our create post, and again, in order to create the post, we need to retrieve that token, and that's why I took a little bit of time to retrieve the token. But this is basically the page that handles that, right? First name, last name, user ID, popular, the user info, and we have the error handling, and we can get all the posts for the blogs for the page, as well as get comments, count for each post. All right, so let's switch to our command line page, and now we're gonna do that. We're going to retrieve that post, and we need that token again. Just give me a sec. It'll be there soon. Okay, we're back here. Okay, and let's do it. Let's just do this one. JQ and run it again. Perfect. Now we have it. Another one. Okay. Two posts the same. But it's important. Now let's get all the posts. That's the next step in the process, is to get all the posts, and then we'll add some likes, and we'll add some comment as well. So we're gonna get all the posts in a moment. All right, So let's just paste that, pipe to JQ, and there you go. Now we got all the posts. These are all the posts from our database, and maybe we need to show the database as well. So let me go to our database, and let's switch to here, and let's go to the console. This is our database, and let's get all our posts, right? And as you can see, these two posts, we just made it today. You can see the date updated at 11 12:15. Okay, so everything is being retrieved from our MongoDB post collection database. Let's go back to the post, and let's see what's the next test that we can do. Okay, so step 5. Let's add a comment to a post. Let's do that now. We already pulled all the posts. We created a post. Now we're gonna add a comment. Let's add a comment. So let's get a post ID. Any of these one will make it. Latest one probably is better. Right, so let's replace that with that and see if we can get that post ID. In a minute, and we'll do that. Let's see if that works. All right. Okay, let's go back to our screen here. I have a script that runs all of these in one command. It will be much easier to do it, but let's just do it step by step and step by step. If not, then we'll just run a script. It's much easier to do it that way, I believe. So there you go. So an error is an invalid token. Yeah, I forgot to, like you see here, I forgot to put my token. So let's redo that. And let's add a token here from the previous session, and that will do it. Okay, and let's get the token ID from that previous session that we have it, and that will do it. We'll be able to do it. Thank you for being patient. Okay, that's, we have the token ID, and hopefully that's gonna work. If not, we'll run scripts. Ready. All right, there you go. Okay, perfect. That works like a charm. So we added a post, and that functionality is handled by that piece of code that is on the screen. Oh, we didn't change the screen. We gotta change the screen. Sorry. Add the post we added. Okay, we can do it again. Let's do it again. Sorry about that. Nope. Let's go back here and let's add a post. And let's change that content to something else. Okay, just let's leave it looking forward, and that's it. So that way, boom. Okay, so the post has been added. The comment to that post, sorry, we're adding comment to the post, and the user initials, the test, as you can see, all of this is being captured as well. All right, so let's see what else we can do. I think that's basically the main functionality of the backend. We can run some script that will do all of this in one shot. It will be much more maybe let's move back to our coding screen, and so we have we have the post, we have the session. This is our session. This is where we manage the session, and this is where we manage the comments, basically, that we went over. And let's go to our MongoDB database, and if we select the comments, and you can see these are the 2 comments that we just added from the command line, right? Great, first post, looking forward to seeing you. And so that's pretty much it, and I hope you enjoy it. And thank you very much. I'll see you in module 10, which is a continuation of module 9. We're gonna have more functionality. We're already working on the on that functionality. Thank you. Bye.